Bet you didn't expect this one. Critters are these small little creatures that you'll find throughout the game, and probably won't think much of. However, there is still some interesting things about them. Interesting enough for me to make a video on them at least. But first, I must get the basics of critters out of the way first. These are the universal features of all of the critters. 1. They can all be picked up, some easier than others. 2. All but one will drop a single drop of blood when killed, which can fill up your Kapala. So, if you're low on health, I recommend killing any critter you see. You can just do that by stomping them. And lastly, the only use for them in terms of getting through a level is being able to set off powder kegs, although I can't say that's very valuable. Now, on to the real show. Firstly, the dung beetles. They spawn in the dwellings and roll balls of dung back and forth until you either crush them like a heartless monster or walk past them, breaking their ball and causing them to start again. A unique attribute about the dung beetle is that if a horned lizard gets near, it'll quickly get eaten by the lizard. Secondly, the butterflies. They appear in the jungle as well as the door leading to it in 1-4. They float around peacefully, sometimes landing on vines, and are generally pretty chill little dudes. There's also a small chance that they can be a good bit larger than they usually are. Thirdly, the magma snails. Opposite the butterfly, they appear in Volcana and the door leading towards it. They're not all that noteworthy, but one time I saw one start spinning infinitely in midair, and that was cool. They also have a pretty rare variant, which I'll show, that looks like this. Fourthly, the crabs. They appear in Tide Pool as well as the door leading to it in 3-1. They just move left and right, no cares for anything really. They're also dropped in abundance by the Pengshi, found in Tide Pool, which makes the Pengshi pretty good source of blood for your Kapala. They also have an extraordinarily rare variant where they are in fact blue, presumably in reference to the real-life blue crabs. And fifthly, the Moorish idols, which I didn't even know they were called that until now. They just swim, man. There's not really anything to say about them. They're pretty though. I like them. Sixthly, and definitely the most important one, the anchovies. Seventhly, the locusts, found in Temple and the door leading to it. They're fairly basic. They just hop around and stuff. Interestingly though, there is a quote-unquote incredibly rare chance that they can swarm a temple level, having there be a massive amount of them, which sounds pretty nice if you got the Kapala. However, when they say incredibly, they must mean it, as in my research, yes, it is in fact incredibly rare. It took KY Gaming 4 days of hopefully on and off searching to find one, so I'll just show his video here. Obviously, all credit goes to him for this footage, and the full video will be linked in the description. Eighthly, the penguins. They are cute, and which makes it even more funny when I squish them. They just waddle around and sometimes slide onto ice or stuff. They may not be noteworthy, but I enjoy them regardless. Ninthly, and actually probably the most interesting, the fireflies. These little things fly around aimlessly in the ice caves, sometimes stopping to glow. The interesting part is whenever you enter the cosmic ocean, I've only seen it once, but in an ice cave level in the cosmic ocean, I found a cosmic looking firefly, which my screenshot of it should be on screen now. I've never seen it since. Tenthly, the drones. They're found in Neo-Babylon as well as the entrance to it in 5-1. They fly around and when struck, crash down like a UFO. Obviously without the explosion. They also don't drop blood, for hopefully obvious reasons, and can in fact be picked up. But they need to be really low to the ground. 11thly and lastly, the slimes. They're found in the sunken city and just climb walls and floors like the magma snail. It also has a very rare blue color, similar to the crab. And that is everything critters. They're not particularly exciting with the exception of the firefly. However, I find them to be a nice little thing to cover regardless, still with their own odd little Easter eggs and unknown tidbits. So, with that all said and done, thank you all for watching. Please consider leaving a like and subscribing, and I'll hope to see you in the next guide.